Hey personality people, Ashley here, SXSP, 3 wing 4, 7 wing 6, 8 wing 7, 3, 7, 8, ENFP, and I want to bring with you the Sexual 3. Sexual 3, this is the movie star, or just generally the star 3. The 3 that needs to be noticed, needs to receive the attention, to feel valued and admired and desired and just generally liked. So the Sexual 3 is going to be people-pleasing, and the way it does this is by giving support to the people that it wants love, admiration from. By giving support, they are the ideal mate, and they're also going for attractiveness and being charismatic and charming, because that's how you secure an ideal mate in the Sexual 3's mind. The Sexual 3, when unhealthy, lives only for the eyes of others' approval, and they'll do anything for applause. The Sexual 3 becomes a product for sale, highlighting its features and hiding its flaws. As a result, the Sexual 3 is empty on the inside. It's hollow. It lacks a sense of self and real identity. It loses its inner truth. The different variants of the Sexual 3 is the Sexual Self-Preservation 3, as well as the Sexual Social 3. Let's start with the SXSP, and I'll just read this. This subtype, SXSP, can appear almost 4-like. They can be dramatic and appear introspective, especially with that 4 wing. There's an on and off quality to these 3s. They can be very emotional and become very businesslike shortly after. It's not uncommon to find the SXSP in the arts, especially as actors, singers, or performers. The sexual energy demonstrated outward, coupled with the SP energy, can cause these 3s to focus on projecting an image of themselves to the world. They seek validation in the area of their persona. This type wrestles with authenticity of the persona/image they create. On the other hand, the image protects the real self, but at the same time, they hate the image they project. SXSP is likely to be in a constant state of flux when it comes to the image they project, and for this reason, they run the risk of burnout and disillusionment. They are more prone to depression than other subtypes. Just looking at this, I remember the time when I was a pageant queen, Miss Fairfield, and after I lost my crown because my term as Miss Fairfield had expired, I felt like I lost my entire sense of self. Like, my full name, Ashley Ching, I couldn't identify with that at all. It just felt like I lost everything when I lost my title. In that role, I was performing under the guise of a persona, and I was projecting an image to the world, and that image was the idealized version of my ego, as are many pageant queens, because they're simply projecting themselves in their best light. And I think that typifies the XSSP, the pageant queen. Finally, we have the SXSO, the Sexual 3. This subtype is not about material gain. It's about the loss of intimate love. SXSO, just like SXSP, lacks trust in their intimate partners. Because they feel unworthy of true love, they don't believe that anyone can love them solely for themselves. Therefore, the SXSO continues to strive to hold on to their intimate's admiration, deluding themselves that if they are admired, they then may become worthy of love. They do this through vigorous maintenance of their appearance and achievements. And aging is often difficult for the SXSO. Insecurity leads to an incessant need for insurance from their partners through affirmation or time they spend exclusively together. This insatiable need leads to intense jealousy, and this distances themselves from their partners. This erroneously affirms the basic fear that they are unworthy of true love. It's self-defeating. Because of that second social instinct, there's an element of competition when it comes to the question of desirability. So this SXSO needs to be seen as the alpha male or alpha female. What can be done to handle all this insecurity in the sexual three? To get healthy, the sexual three can learn to trust their intimate relationships and disentangle their real self from the flux of partial identities they create. The sexual three learns that being vulnerable is necessary if they're going to get what they truly want, which is to reveal the real self and trust that they are lovable, even in their flaws. Furthermore, to not only get healthy, but to reflect a healthy state, the sexual three needs to realize that competition is self-defeating. They need to take comfort that another person's success and attention do not take away their worth in any way. While I have that pageant queen as the SXSP, who has the persona of the performer, for the SXSO, I want to say this is the queen bee of any high school who gets jealous about the new girl. So we have the pageant queen SXSP and the queen bee SXSO. If I were to offer advice for a fellow sexual three, I would say live for yourself. Be yourself, know yourself, and in doing so, kind of counterintuitively, you will then keep the people who deserve to be in your life, people who truly love you for you on the inside, deep down, beyond appearance, achievement, fake qualities that you might demonstrate that aren't actually authentic to who you really are.